Hey Virgo, welcome to your twin flame check-in. I know it's been a while since I've been on. I've been going through my own healing journey. I do appreciate those of you who are still subscribed and are watching. It means a lot. As a thank you, I'm going to, instead of doing an extended version that you would have to pay for, I'm going to include a mini version of that into this reading. It is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Some of it might be for you, some of it might be for someone else. And I tend to read for the divine feminine with the other twin being the masculine, but the energy is interchangeable, so take what resonates and leave the rest. So let's take a look at the energy, the current energy between the two of you. Very interesting. We have soul contracts. Okay, it says contract, but whenever I see this card, it automatically pops up soul contracts. And even though I shuffled, we have anxiety at the bottom. Okay, sometimes when things don't happen in timing, or the timing we think it's going to happen in, we tend to stress out about it a little bit. But just know that everything that's happening is something that you agreed upon before you came here. Things are balancing out, and it's happening behind the scenes. And I get that from the scale here and the fact that the woman is blindfolded. You're not meant to see everything happening behind the scenes. You're just meant to be aware of what you can change and what you have control over. Okay, this is what I hear. All right, let's take a look at how the connection is affecting you right now. Very interesting. We have the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands energy represents someone who's manifesting their abundance. You know, they've made a decision. They've taken action on that decision. They're waiting for their ship to come in. So I feel like you've been doing a lot of work, Virgo. And what I'm getting more so is sort of this energy of needing to release that ship coming in as validation for the work that you've done. I just had this with Taurus. It's happening a lot in the collective of twin flames. To be mindful that you don't need your twin's behavior to be a reflection of the work you've done. I know that's really confusing because for the most part, the masculine twin acts out in the physical what's happening subconsciously for the feminine. But you also have to remember that it takes time for things to shift and change in the ethereal realm, in the soul realm. So the work that you do energetically, it's just not going to flip a switch one day and things are going to be different. It takes time to ripple out and for things to change. And when you change on the inside, the masculine then needs to face their own changes on the outside. Okay, so they have to go through those things to create change for themselves. Anyways, I get how confusing it is. I can hear people being like, this is so like convoluted. Anyways, and it seems that way, but I feel like when you can take a step back and kind of see the energy flowing, it might make a little more sense. I don't know. Or just know what you know and trust what you know. All right, let's take a look at what is happening with your twin. We're going to get a couple of cards representing where your twin is at right now. Yeah, very interesting. We have wand energy happening here. So we have the Two of Wands, which is Aries energy. It is the first decade in Aries, so the end of March, beginning of April. And then we have the Knight of Wands energy. And the Knight of Wands is Scorpio Sagittarius energy. This is someone who's in the midst of wanting to make a decision. But there's still this back and forth energy, like, do I do, chest one, chest two, chest one, chest two? But it's sort of like this weighing of options. They want to make a decision, but they also, the fear around making that decision is making it difficult for them to make. And it could be underlying fear from you, just so you know, feminines. Like if you still have fear around this connection a little bit, it's showing up here. But I feel like it's more, especially with the soul contract here, it has to do with people in their lives that they're balancing karma out with, okay? Balancing out karma with. I totally said that grammatically incorrect. And I probably did that too. Okay. Things just pop out the way they pop out. The Knight of Wands is also about determining what fuels your fire. And there could be some confusion around that for them, because everything has always been so structured and linear that they're having a difficult time in this fluid space of emotions. Okay, so what is on their mind right now? Oops. Yeah, makes sense. We have the Nine of Cups. So they want to be happy. They want their wishes fulfilled. It's really interesting because there's this underlying energy of just being like, why can't I just be happy? Why do I have to work so hard to be happy? Okay, and that could be something that echoes a lot in your life, Virgo. So just be mindful of that. But they're thinking a lot about what they really want. Like, what does it mean to have their wishes fulfilled? What does it mean to feel happy? Okay. All right. What are they feeling in their emotions right now? We have the Page of Swords. Okay. So they're actually being very honest with their feelings. They're actually being very insightful about their feelings. So for some, they could be in recognition of that fear, where that fear comes from. And for others, it could be seeking out why they feel the way that they do about certain things, why it's so difficult to make a decision. Okay. Very interesting. Okay. How are they viewing you and the connection right now? We have the Nine of Swords. So there's the fear. Okay. There is fear coming through the connection. We have the Eight of Pentacles on the bottom, which is, you know, getting to work, honing your skills, putting in the effort. Okay. It's kind of difficult sometimes because there could be all these underlying fears, you know, for me, and I'm going to be very candid in this moment, Virgo, and give you a little bit about myself. One of the things that I struggle with my connection is, one of the fears I have that that has come up for me is I fear being intimate with my twin, because anyone I've ever been intimate with has abandoned me or rejected me in some way. I've always been the person that's made someone feel so good about themselves that they've left to find someone else. And that's hard to admit, but it's recognizing for me that kind of fear is going to keep my twin at bay. It's going to create energy between us because I fear that they're going to hurt me, because everyone else has. And when I figure out how to heal that wound, I will be happy to share. But it just, you know, I've always been that kind of, you know, I'm just going to keep working through. I'm going to keep pushing forward. Just going to push this stuff down. You know, it's their problem, not mine. But it doesn't change the fact that this has been a constant theme in my life. And I have to say, it's probably not just the intimacy part. You know, it starts from the root of abandonment from males in your life. Okay, at least for me. So this whole, I mean, the work is never done. So this whole waiting for your ship to come in because you've done the work, the work is never truly done. But if there's definitely some underlying fear here, that is an issue for both of you. Okay, so we're going to kind of get into the mini extended part right now. Normally I pull several cards for each one of these topics in the extended to make it about 10 to 15 minutes long, but I'm just going to pull a card for each one and feel into that, just to make it a quick message, just to kind of, you know, give you an idea of what you get with the extended. Also a quick thank you, and because I have so many videos to get out and I want to make sure every sign gets a video this week. Anyway, we're just going to keep it short and sweet, and I don't want to overwhelm people too much right now. All right, especially with these energies. So hidden factors in the connection right now. Okay, yeah, we have the Eight of Swords, which is self-imposed entrapment. It's the energy of feeling like you're trapped, like you can't, you know, you can't win for losing, right? It doesn't matter which decision you make, you're going to lose, or what have you. It's a hidden factor. It's underlying. Sort of damned if you do, damned if you don't. I don't know who that resonates with, but it's also a mental energy. It's also the ego convincing your twin that you're stuck in this situation. That the connection will always feel this way for you, but it's not true. And it's underlying. It's sort of like those sneaky thoughts that create sabotage in your vibrational energies. Okay. So let's see what blockages that's removing, because it's something that I think we can be consciously aware of, but they still happen subconsciously. So I'm going to give you an example of this, and I hope this kind of makes sense, because this is the only thing that's coming to me right now. I know a lot of people are afraid of the words that you speak into existence, right? Afraid of saying the wrong thing because it'll come into existence. But I'm going to be honest with you. Speaking those things is the last step in manifesting whatever, right? If you're about to speak those things, you're already thinking about them. It was 11:11. Okay, it's already in your subconscious energy somewhere. So the trick is to recognize the thoughts and to recognize where those things are coming from so you can release them before they become physical. It's not about speaking the words, it's recognition of the fact that if you're speaking them, you're already believing them, you're already thinking them, okay? So let's see what blockage this is removing for the two of you. Very interesting. We got lots here. Yeah. Very, very cool. So we have the Two of Wands. Sorry. Okay. The inability to make a decision. We already have this over here. This is where your twin is at. Okay. We have divine timing. Okay. Serendipitous moments. Certain things happening at a certain time, lest they have meaning. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. So where divine timing... There's an awareness around divine timing that's going to come for you to recognize that certain things have to happen in a certain way in order for them to be finite, in order for them to be complete, or else you'll just repeat those patterns, okay? And it's removing the blockage to the 10 of Pentacles, which to me is long-term commitment and legacy. There's a blockage to that until everything can be cleared so you don't bring your old stuff into this new legacy you're trying to create. So this whole your twin being hung up is exactly where they need to be in order to finalize this soul contracts that they have going on at the moment. Okay, so I hope this makes sense. I know it doesn't always, when I channel stuff, it doesn't always make sense to my brain because my brain is trying to understand it as it comes out, but as long as it resonates with you, that's all I care about. Okay. All right, so lesson being learned. Yeah. Bam. We have the Two of Swords, and I love this card because as frustrating as it is, and I love even more that we have the Chariot on the bottom, because the Chariot is all about fast forward moving momentum. It's all about forward movement. It's all about continuing to go into the future. The Two of Swords means you're blind. You're going in blind. But the reason the universe is pushing you forward, regardless of whether you have all the details, is so that you can trust your own intuition and be able to move forward regardless of what's on the other side, and just trusting yourself and your own intuition enough to be able to do that. Because in doing so, you release attachment, you release these blockages, you release the belief that you are stuck, okay? Or you're stuck waiting for this other person. All right, how do they want to move forward with you? We have the King of Wands, okay? So what I love about that, which I think is hilarious, the King of Wands is an energy of somebody who knows what they want and knows how to get it. So your twin is like, I just want to know what I want. I want to know how to get it. Okay. And they want to be able to move forward with you in that energy. They want to be able to say, okay, I'm solid in this. This is exactly what I want. And they will not come forward until they can feel comfortable with that energy. Okay. Because right now they're not sure and they don't want to half-ass it with you. All right, so let's see how you can move forward currently. Bam. Follow your dreams. Okay, Virgo? So what is it? Yeah, and manifestation on the bottom. What is it that really floats your boat? That's what I heard. What floats your boat? And that has nothing to do with any other person but you. Okay, because we can always say our twin floats our boat, but we're still then putting our happiness and our dreams on their shoulders. And that's not how it's supposed to be. Two people with solid dreams coming together. Okay, so what can you do in this moment to follow your dreams? Does it mean trying to figure out what your dreams are? Does it mean actually making a physical plan to start taking the first steps to making that dream a reality? What does that look like? Okay, and I'll leave you with one angel card here. The Seven of Water, a complex decision, the need to do research, stop procrastinating. Okay, that's energy for the both of you, that it's time to really hunker in. So for the masculine, your masculine's going to need to do research with their own heart and soul. For you, your research is going to be in the physical and getting real clear on how you want to move forward in this journey and your own dreams. Stop worrying I know this is difficult for you, but stop worrying so much about the details and start worrying more. Not even worrying, start really feeling into what you want, what your joy is, what will bring you happiness. And for some, it will be servitude because you have joy in servitude. But for some of you, you're going to have to get real uncomfortable with being more than just being in service. Because for some of you, you've been in service for too long, or you've made it more of a priority than your own happiness and joy. Just a thought. All right, be your peace, love yourself, share your light. If this resonated, please like, share, comment, and or subscribe. Have an amazing day, Virgo.